those of you who've been with me for a while or for any length of time, you probably have gathered or you know by now that I am not tribal when it comes to cryptocurrency, meaning that I refuse to believe, and I just do not believe, that there will be a particular group of cryptos that just rules everything and then everything is just going to go away. I don't believe that. I don't believe that's going to happen. And I believe that when you have that mindset, not only do you lose out on so many other great projects, but you also limit yourself to enormous gains that you can make by diversifying, and you kind of set yourself up for, if this particular asset that I'm in or assets, this batch of cryptos that I am in, if they go belly up or we get some policy change or something, you could wreck yourself and your finances. So I don't do that, and I don't suggest that anyone does that. And if you believe that it's just going to be XRP or it's just going to be this particular group of crypto over here, maybe Metallicus and their batch of cryptos, if you believe that that's all it's going to be, then I'm going to say it, I believe you're selling yourself short, and it's just best to diversify. Now, of course, I'm not telling you guys what to do, but it is my belief, and that's just based on the research that I do. I believe that it's not going to be one, it's going to be multiples, and you should hedge your chess pieces accordingly based on that. But again, do what you must. But in this particular video, we're going to be talking about XRP, HBAR, and XLM and their fight for the dominance to become the king of cross-border payment. So we're going to talk about that. And what my aim is in this particular episode is to help you guys understand that it's best to diversify. At the end, just diversify. And we're going to talk about this market. And first thing we're going to do with this market, by the way, if this is your first time here to Grow Rich, Grow Happy, this is the evening edition, and we are rocking and rolling. We're going to keep rocking and rolling, but you guys know what to do. Smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these videos. Share this content. Also, look down below and get you a Tangent Cold Storage wallet, because regardless if you believe in one batch or the other batch or just one, you want to self-custody it. Got 10% discount down below that on Tangent Wallets, guys. Love it here. 10% does go to support the channel. So let's jump over here, because some people probably wonder, like, what's going on with crypto? Why is it down? Well, here we go. Trump strikes again. Bitcoin, Ethereum, along with the rest of the market, takes a dive alongside stocks as Trump threatens massive China tariffs. So there we go, guys. The tariffs, the ugly tariffs again. They're happening, and we already know, guys, it's just because it's the weekend or coming up, it's Friday, doesn't mean there ain't deals to be had. So check that out, guys. This is for the day at the making of this video, and we got a lot of red out there. A lot of people who's hitting me up talking about the deals they're going to go out to get. And I see a lot out here that's available, and it is payday for some people. But again, hopefully you got some dry powder on the side. You can take advantage of some of these deals. But we're going to jump over here because I want to explain to you why it's best to diversify. And to do that, I ran across this, and for all my XRP, HBAR, and XLM people out there, especially you HBAR, you guys are always down in the comments saying, do an HBAR video. Well, consider this an HBAR video. But they're saying here versus, now they're framing it like XRP versus HBAR versus XLM versus Swift. Now we already know that Swift is old. They're old, and they're getting ready to do an overhaul of everything. But it says, who will lead to cross-border payments by 2030? I know a bunch of people are going to say XRP, some going to say XLM, some probably going to say HBAR. I'm going to tell you why I believe you should hold them all, and why I believe they all are going to play a major part in this digital transformation. I just want to briefly interrupt this episode to say that I appreciate all the free thinkers out there that tune in every day. And if you are new to the channel, you need to understand that I do this for the community. My name is Mr. Foresight, and that's all I care about. I care about educating those on crypto that are trying to grab a little slice of that wealth pie. To do that, you're going to have to get out your own way. I am here to break down crypto into a manageable, easy to understand way so that it's less intimidating and that you can understand what you hold. But you ain't got to do that by yourself. Now, I created this for you. Overcoming Self for Crypto Wealth. It is a pocket guide. It is the only pocket guide about cryptocurrency that is out on the market. I guarantee it, because the way I approached educating you guys on cryptocurrency, it is going to help you better yourself in achieving all your dreams, whether that's in the crypto market or just in life in general. Do me a favor, smash that like button, give me a sub, hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of these videos, and swing over to growrichgrowhappy.com so that you can find out everything you need to know about this book, how to obtain it, and more than that, how to achieve all your financial dreams. Now back to the episode. I'm out. So we're going to come down here because it is here. And this is why they're saying it. Key takeaways. Cross-border flows are expected to rise by over 50% from 2023 to 2030, reaching nearly 290 trillion. Now, guys, there's enough of that to go around to all three of those assets. But they say Swift blockchain networks, CBDCs, and stablecoins will coexist, each optimized for different use cases and corridors. We just got through talking about this, and I'm flashing up here in the last video that I did on Quant and the whole thing with CBDCs. And you see this right here, guys. CBDCs are going to come about. There's just no doubt about it. Why? Because they see it as an efficient way to maybe give out money to the population of different governments, a way of keeping tabs on things. It's going to happen. But I want to come down here because, and I'll leave this article down below, guys. I'm not going to, for the basis of time, I'm not going to go over the whole thing, but I am going to point out some things that's not in this article. But they say the cross-border payment market is worth over $150 trillion. Now, I'm just going to cut to the chase and tell you. Now, they say XRP, Ripple, the blockchain veteran targeting instant low-cost global settlement. And then you got HBAR, the enterprise-grade challenger built for speed, scalability, and sustainability. And let's not forget their governance body is all of the juggernauts. A lot of the big corporate Fortune 500 companies, Google, all of them. So we're going to continue. XLM, Stellar, the inclusion-focused network connecting the unbanked through low-cost remittances. And then you have Swift, the entrenched incumbent linking over 11,000 banks, now reinventing itself through digital era. Now, we all know that everybody's going for Swift. They always frame it like it's a competition. What they fail to realize, if you take something like right here with XRP, they have a target audience, and it is institutions, banking and whatnot. So to say that they're going to lose out and it's going to be one king, I can't see that. And this is why, because their market is institutional. And then you have HBAR, the Hedera graph. And I believe truly that these guys, they could appeal to a massive corporation because of their governance and because of who sits on their board. So they differentiate themselves right there. And then you have XLM, Stellar, remittances, and retail, hence peer-to-peer micropayments, peer-to-peer micropayments. So right there, what I just gave you is three different crypto projects that have three distinct target audiences that they are going after. So if you look at that, and I'm going to jump over here with you guys, because what I want you to understand is why I believe that just saying I'm only going to go with this particular cryptocurrency over here or this particular three over here I do believe that you should only have a certain amount of cryptocurrencies that you have to look after. I believe it's 5 to 10 maybe, and it needs to be something where you don't get so sidetracked. You need something that you're going to be able to look at and spend a little bit of time weekly, maybe 15-20 minutes on each project, so that this project is still one that's worthy of being in my portfolio. But I look at the unbanked, and we know it's more unbanked than people that are banked in the world. And XLM, they cater to them. They are the micro payments. This is what the retail is going to use. So for me in my portfolio, they're a must have. I'm going to have them. Then you got XRP, the monster, the one that is ran by the machine, the one that they keep shoving down our throat. A lot of people say because of that, I don't want it, because that is the one that the sheep is going for. Now I can take a little of that. I can, and I can say, okay, I believe that, because I've also questioned, like, why is, if they're telling us everybody go left because XRP is over here, it's like, but what's over here on the right side? Because everybody going this way. And I've always been the type of person to go my own way. I have to look at that as well and say, well, but I'm going to hold some, because the machine, and I've told you guys that, they don't want them to lose. But again, I'm not going to ignore something like the Metallicas on this other side that's maybe down on the right side, the road less traveled, who are already proven that they are working with credit unions. They're working with them, and they have that industry locked up. Over 700 and something, I believe, credit unions, and you see the momentum that they're moving forward with. So they are guaranteed as well. But I'm not where I'm just going to go down that lane and say, well, this is all I'm going to hold. And I'm not going to go maybe with a Zebic over here, where you got your Zebic network, who you see the partnerships that they have, and you see that they are fulfilling a need with payroll. So that's another one that I have to have. Plus, doesn't hurt that it's really cheap right now. And then you have the HBAR, who's also a juggernaut. They're a juggernaut. They got the governing body, and they are going to appeal to who? The corporations, the major corporations. Why? Because of who they are and what they do. And they are using something that's not blockchain. They got the Hedera graph. So big differences. And then, of course, you got the lump. And I know I said I was just going to do 3, but now, I'm talking and I get sidetracked. So now I got to bring up Quant, and we see what they are doing. And they have the UK on lock, and they are already being used. Like I told you guys with the overledger, you can't beat that. So that's why I say diversify. And I believe that's the point of this particular episode. I want you guys to go into this weekend and say diversification is king. Why? Because of course, some tokens are going to do better than others. Some projects are going to do better than others. It's the king of the hill. That's what happens, right? But if you have, and you've been DCAing like you should have a balanced portfolio where, guess what? Regardless what does better than what, your portfolio is going to reflect it. And if XRP happens to do better than everything else, well, guess what? You have that in your wallet, because guess what? The other things like XLM, the HBARs, the Quants, the Zebic, all of them, they're going to benefit as well, because they all have solidified themselves and proven that this is moving forward. These are some of the best bets that you can have in cryptocurrency. So I look at articles like that, and they frame it like that. Who's going to lead the cross-border payments by 2030? They're not necessarily saying pick one. They're saying who's going to lead it, meaning the others are going to be there as well. So that's my argument for people who are always in the comments saying pick one. No, that's how you sell yourself short. And I refuse, because I believe diversification is key when it comes to surviving in crypto. But more than that, getting the best out of crypto, so you don't have to, at the end of the bull cycle, say, you know what? Damn, I picked wrong. I chose wrong. Now I got to wait for the next bull cycle, if we have another bull cycle, which is 4 years away. Guys, let me know down below. What do you think of the whole just pick one argument that's always out here? And what's in your wallet? What are you holding? What batch of cryptos are you holding? Enough of you guys pick enough of a particular asset that you're holding that I don't talk about. Maybe I'll talk about it. Let me know down below. Till next one, you guys have a great weekend. This your boy. I'm out.